Hello, fellow knights, it's Pixelated Apollo, and it's time to drop your sword and pick up your musket, because here we are with another Napoleon Total War online battle. This one's pretty fantastic. It's all over the place. It's in the trees, open fields, and buildings, and it's extremely close, back and forth. So I hope that you will enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and get started with the army comps. We are going to keep it paused because it starts fairly quickly. Let's start with Prussia and his ally, which is Great Britain. So Prussia is bringing about 4 units of Prussian Fusiliers, a nice light infantry. He's got 3 units of the Foot Guard. He has 2 Grenadiers, and he has some Musketeers, about like 3 units of them. And then he's got some Landwehr over here. They look fantastic. It's cool to see them because you don't really see them too often. He has 2 Lancers over on this flank. He's got his General and Dragoons over here. Actually, Dragoons, Hussar, and another Lancer. So that is his Prussian army. Let's go ahead and look at the Redcoats, Great Britain. He is bringing some King German Legion Light Dragoons and Legion Dragoons. A lot of Dragoons, yes, a full 4 units, actually 5 units of different, no, 4 units of different Dragoons. And here is his General Staff. He's bringing some light foot, kind of like the Prussians. And he's got some Foot Guard. This is his elite infantry, and they look so good. Oh man, the units in this game is so awesome. Highland Foot, about 3 units of Highland Foot, very very stubborn unit. And then he has some Standard Foot. And he also has some Fencibles, which is a very cheap unit, I believe. It's kind of like the lower tier of Great Britain's army. Let's now look at their opponents, which are the French. 2 French armies. They're bringing the classic French army, which is Old Guard, Young Guard. We've got, let's see, what else? Grenadiers of the Line. Oh my god, this unit. So great. Let's see, what else has he got? Fusiliers of the Line. That's another popular unit whenever you're playing as the French. And I think they've got more units, but they're kind of hidden in the trees. He also has some skirmishers over here, the Voltigeurs or whatever, and he's got a general staff. Let us now look at the other army, and he's got some weird column formations going on. He's got 4 Polish Legion. They look so cool in that formation. More skirmishers. We've got general staff. The National Guard. He's got 3 units in the front line here. Another awesome looking unit. And then he's got some Cav, some Lancers. Let's see, 3 units of Old Guard. And then we've got 3 units, actually 1 unit of the Brave over here. And then 2 Fusiliers of Line. Alright guys, that's enough of that. Let us go ahead and play this battle. So, really what this map is all about is charging the center and trying to get a good foothold, a good, position. But if we kind of look at Prussia's formation here, it seems like he's got a whole nother wing that he might actually wrap around this way, because you can actually go this way and try to flank around your opponent. France doesn't seem to notice that, so he's going to just push for that center position. He has his heavy cav charging forward. And I was sure to turn up the effects pretty loud, so we can hear some pretty loud gunfire and whatnot. Men screaming in terror. Alright, so here we go. Yes, and look how awesome this map is. It's very loomy, very dark, lots of fog. Just how I love my Napoleon Total War battles. Such a beautiful game, and it runs so smoothly. It is very fantastic. Alright, so let's look at what Great Britain is doing. He's got his army mobilizing up towards this hill. The other French player here, though, he's being a lot more passive. He's taking more of a defensive position. And look at, here comes his cav. This is a part of the army that we could not see in his army comp. They are leaving the forest here, joining their main body, their main army over there. Alright, so here comes a little Prussian cav charge. Let's see what he's doing with his hussars. He's going for the French cav. The French cav are not going to engage. They're going to run away. They do just barely get them in there, but we've got some supporting troops in the forest firing down the Prussian cav. And he's going to disengage from that situation, which is a smart decision. I don't know if he's just trying to buy time so he can set up his forces up on this hill, but we do have some forces charging up this way. And look at this, the great forest battle has begun. Prussian forces, light and standard line infantry pushing through, and this is a pretty solid position. You can't really see the French, but of course if you hover over, they are forming up. He's got 2 units of Actually, he has 3 units over here. The Fusiliers of Line, and he's got a light unit. But he's going to need a lot more to take on this very concentrated Prussian force. There we go. Yes, the first... Well, it's not the first volley in the battle, but that was the first glorious volley. Oh, yeah, that is so loud. That is fantastic. And the smoke looks wonderful. So the French are losing this situation, and the French player actually makes a pretty smart decision here. He's going to leave this area, which makes sense because he's losing the fight. There's no reason to keep your troops there just to get slaughtered. So he's going to save some of their lives and fall back from that position. Also, we've got the Prussians controlling this area over here. So a tactical retreat from the French. And let's, maybe we'll see where he's going to form up soon. The two players are pretty far away, and Great Britain took this center position without any conflict whatsoever. Like, not a lot of fighting going on this side of the battle. He does have a couple of foot units over here, some fencibles and some foot. I think he's going to try to harass some of the French over here that are retreating from the situation. Got the Polish Legion falling back. Let's watch them run by. Oh, Polish Legion. You beautiful, beautiful bastards. Look at the smoke, that dust that comes up. It looks wonderful. Just wait. Like later on in this fight, when the gunfight is really picking up, there's just smoke everywhere. So it seems like France, he's going to hold the tree line, which again, I understand. There's no reason to try to take out this position. Great Britain has a much stronger position. So really, it's just a waiting game at this point. And I think what the French are going to do here is actually form up their lines around this building. So we're actually going to fast forward a little bit because there's a lot of maneuvering going on. I don't want to cut this out though, because I want to show you guys what exactly is happening. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's actually slow it down here. We do have a bit of a gunfight going on. We've got skirmishers kind of just, you know, testing out the waters, seeing how strong each other's army is, or are. Armies, multiple are. Pretty cool little light battle here. Light units. But the French light units are definitely outnumbered here. And the Great Britain rifles, they have the higher ground. So he is bringing some rifles. I didn't see them earlier in the army comp phase. But that's good to see. Rifles are very nasty in this game. There we go. He's going to disengage there. That's a smart decision. He's not winning that situation, and he's just got to wait for a better opportunity to strike. Here's the French defenses. So yeah, he's obviously forming some kind of defense around this building. He's going to use this building as kind of like the center strong point of his defense. Let's go ahead and fast forward again and see how these armies form up. We'll slow it back down once we see some firing. There's a little bit of a gunfight over here. I don't know why the French... Yeah, get them out of there, man. What are you doing? All right, so here we go. Here we go. We've got, let's see, some foot guard taking on, let's see, some French National Guard. National Guard really no match to the foot guard. And I think Prussia is going to engage very soon here. He's got his armies marching forward. Look at his glorious armies march through the forest, ready to take on the French. I really love the aggressive play from Prussia. It's nice to see players, you know, be aggressive in this game, because in Napoleon, the worst thing about Napoleon is like how like defensive players get, and they just hold these small little choke points, and it's up to you to bring the fight to them. And that's why I like having artillery, because you can just kind of bombard these defensive positions and not have to just stand around and just skirmish each other with your lights the whole time. Here we go. Here's more gunfighting. Gun firing. Prussian Fusiliers firing through the forest. Let's see, what are they taking on over here? We've got some Polish Legion, and then we've got some Voltigeurs forming up, trying to counter the Prussian lines. I don't think the Polish Legion are quite in range, but these guys might be. Let's see. There we go. Yes. Oh, what is this? We've got some cav coming in. Oh, going for the French cav. Gonna try to take out some cav units. That's fantastic. Oh, look at that cav coming in the background. That was so cool. There we go, taking them out. They're still in the fight, though. They're not quite broken yet. I think he's going to try to get them out of there. We've got more French cav doing a counter charge. Got the Lancers going in. A nice cav battle going on. We've got the men garrisoned inside this house, firing down at the Prussian cav. And now Prussia's really pushing his wing over here, really pushing on the flank. France is trying to maneuver his men as much as possible, ready to form up in front of that Prussian line, and preparing his troops to hold and get ready for a very nasty and gruesome gunfight. Over here, still nothing going on. Both players very passive, but over here, the good news is that Prussia's being very aggressive. If Prussia wasn't being aggressive, this battle would be a very slow battle. But we've got some fencibles. Looks like they're charging for the house here. Is he really going to try to take this house? I mean, what's inside here? Some National Guard. So not exactly a strong unit. Is he going to fire? No, he's going to charge. Bayonets, man, bayonets! Oh, we've got some Polish Legion, though, in there to save the day right before they charge in. Oh, yeah. The fencibles are not going to be strong enough here. They're going to break from the fight. They're already losing morale. Oh, man. Having this building in the background looks so cool. There they go. They break. I'm actually surprised they fought for that long. That was quite impressive. But the battle is still going on over here. We've got National Guard now joining the fight. So a pretty gruesome battle going on through the trees, and the lines are getting closer and closer. And here we go, the Landwehr pushing forward. This is a cheaper unit, I believe, a lower tier unit, but still pretty nasty if you use them effectively. And I think he's going to take on some skirmishers here, so he probably should push forward as quick as possible. Yes, these guys are good. Oh, did you see the bodies drop? They're going to get a nice harass off. Here we go, Prussians moving forward. Come on, man! Get in possession! Chanel! There we go. Get off that volley. That's going to be good against the skirmishers. And we got some skirmishers over here, some Prussian Fusiliers. Look at their position. I love how they just they're kneeled down, reloading. It looks so cool. And they're taking, the French are taking a lot of losses over here. They should probably try to move up some infantry there to take on those skirmishers. Great Britain still not engaging his opponent over here, but he has maneuvered his troops inside the forest. So he's going to be using the tree line as a little bit of defense. And we've got some Lightfoot looking like he's going to come over and help out his Prussian ally. And look at all of this smoke. Look at this, guys. This is a Napoleonic battlefield. This looks so awesome. And the French are having a tough time against the Prussian numbers. Let's see if he can hold against this. I mean, he's got a lot of reserves in the back there, so he needs to push them forward, try to take out this Prussian line. If he loses here, the other French army's flank will be exposed. So this is very, very important that he wins on this flank, or his allies' flank will be lost. And most likely, the battle will be lost. Very nice combo here. Skirmishers in the front line in skirmish mode. Got the Fusiliers of line right behind them. Reload. Reload, Frenchmen. There you go. It looks so stunning. The French lines look like they are breaking here a little bit. Who is running? Oh, it looks like he charged in. What did he charge in? Some foot guard? Yes, he did, and it's just too much for them. And they're routing from the fight. Come on, Prussian Fusiliers. You're getting chopped down over there. What do we got firing back? The old guard. Oh, yes, the old guard. I gotta say it every time. Never mess with the old guard. They look so cool. And the house support over here is really good. Jeez, look at all this smoke. The men in the forest here. It would be complete chaos. Just blindly shooting into the ranks of enemy forces. But the Prussian Fusilier is doing an excellent job in the front lines here. This is such a cool looking battle. Oh, what is this? A French flank. Oh, the Landwehr. It's just too much for them. I completely missed this part of the battle, but... Oh, and then we've got some French cav coming out of nowhere, charging in. This is really, really bad. He needs to form square. I don't know if he realizes this or he wasn't really paying attention to this part of the battle, but he does have one unit of musketeers forming square, try to counter the cav there. That was genius tactic by the French, and now the French are on the aggressive march. They are pushing around Prussia. Prussia has their grenadiers over on this side of the battlefield. He has a couple units of musketeers holding here. He needs to get out of square formation and reform his lines. He's taking on some Fusiliers of line. And look at this, more and more troops flanking around. They're in this nice column formation, and this is the Old Guard. We got 3 units of Old Guard, and they are about to put down the hurt on those Prussian musketeers. Just like that, the battle just changes instantly. It looked like Prussia was in complete control of the situation. Now it is in the hands of the French. And now really, the Prussians can't give up the flank because Great Britain would be under attack. And oh, we got a bit of a battle over here as well. Rifles and light foot going toe-to-toe against the Grenadiers of line here. And some Fusiliers of line. He's gonna just, disappear into the forest. And we do have a little bit of a melee going place inside this house. 2 French units. We got 2 Fusiliers of line against some foot guard. He's going to go ahead and send in another foot guard into the building. And then we've got some more foot guard just firing back, giving them some support, some suppressing fire. Taking on the Fusiliers over here. They're in this brush over here. It looks pretty cool. I think Great Britain should win this this combat over here, and he will control this house. Oh my goodness! The Grenadiers throwing some grenades there, but they are way out of position. The Highland Foot doing a great job. What is this? We've got some cav coming in. Cav taking out, or this is actually the Light Dragoons taking out the Fusiliers of line. And he just outpositioned them. France taking a lot of casualties here. Let's real quick see what's going on in the situation over here. Yeah, this is not good. Look at this formation that the French have formed. They've got this nice U formation, and these poor Prussians are getting cut down. So this battle is looking pretty rough for the Prussians and Great Britain. They're going to really need a miracle to turn this battle around. I think, yeah, he's doing a full-on retreat. He's getting out of there. You see that? He's leaving that pocket of death. I mean, that's a beautiful formation from the French. And Prussia is going to abandon this position. We've got some French cav charging into the fencibles. I guess they return to the fight. Very cool. Great Britain has a very strong position in the forest here. And it looks like he's doing pretty well in the fight over here. Got some carabiners in here. Heavy cav. Taking on some light foot. Got to be careful from that heavy cav. You got to protect your light foot. He formed square over here, but hopefully it's enough. And then what do we got over here? We've got some grenadiers. Are they going to throw some grenades? No, they're going to fire. They're going to try to take down the Highland Foot once they're in position. But look up on the hill over there. You see that? This is really cool. Very dynamic battle. We've got some foot up here putting pressure on the grenadiers. And then we've got some young guard being pushed up to try to counter the foot that's up on the hill. So the balance of power way in favor on the French side. But it's far from over. I like the fact that Prussia is retreating. He's saving what men he has left. He's got to form square over here because there's some French cav running around. Old Guard charging into the foot guards. It's a pretty elite battle here. Battle of elites. Come on, Old Guard. Oh, I always cheer for the Old Guard. You got to. It's just what you gotta do. I think they're gonna win that one. The foot guard are just no match. What do we have here? Ooh, the Lightfoot trying to fire at the backs of the Old Guard, actually causing them to break. But more French forces coming over this way. Oh, and the Foot Guard hold over there. They destroy the Old Guard, and he's going to be able to save them, maybe, if they can get out of range. Old Guard. Oh, yes, they're marching. They're not going to fire in the backs of the Foot Guard. He needs to hurry up. There they go. Now they fire. But still, he might be able to escape this unit without taking too many casualties. So here's the situation. Here's the bird's eye view. The great battle that took place over here is over. The French are victorious, and they are now pushing their wing. They're going to try to close the door on Great Britain and Prussia. So they are really pushing. They're going to soon use this terrain against them. And we've got some French cav charging over here. Don't think they're going to get much done, but I like the aggressive play. Some Foot Guard holding, forming square. Yeah, they're not gonna. Well, actually, they broke some grenadiers. That's about it. Now the French are pushing. What is pushing? I don't know, but they are pushing. Old Guard ready to do battle. He brought a ton of Old Guard, and now Great Britain is falling back. He's going through the forest. He's gonna hold this ridge. And he's going to prepare his men to take on the French push here. And the French have a ton of units from that battle. Very healthy, too. Prussia holding the forest, though. Actually, no, he's doing a bit of a tactical retreat. He's losing a lot of good soldiers there. And Great Britain is victorious over here. He has taken the French defense. And now this is what the battle line looks like. So basically, this front line right here is Great Britain's in Great Britain's control, and then the French now control this part of the battle, or this part of the battlefield, I should say. The very stubborn Highland Foot firing through the trees. I'm not sure what they're killing. I mean, if you look at their point of view, you've got no idea what they're firing at. In fact, it looks like they're firing at the back of their own unit here. Highland Foot engaged with the Old Guard. Pretty close battle, but they're losing slightly to the Old Guard. So here comes the French Fusiliers of line. Old Guard. Got some skirmishers pushing forward. This is the great push, guys, right through this forest. Look at this. This is so awesome. I love seeing armies march through the forest. And they're going to go to the Great Britain's, the British defense here. And they've got this slight ridge. He's got some cav. He's got a very dynamic army. This is going to be quite the bloody battle. Who will be left standing victorious? This is it. This is for the entire battle. The balance of power slightly more even than it was before. Here we go. He's pushing around this flank. Things are getting nasty. Here we go. They're finally giving some returning volleys. The light French units. The Foot are still fighting. A Highland Foot taking on the Old Guard. Ooh, someone shot point blank. Oh, yes. Alright, Prussia's going to try to hold this flank. This is pretty much what's left of his army. There's one unit of Foot Guard. Let's see if they can get some revenge for their fallen comrades. More French forces. Look at this, flanking around with the Fusiliers of line. He's going to go up this trail right here. Very good volley from the Foot Guard, taking out a lot of the Old Guard. He's going to try to quickly get them in position, try to get them in range. They finally have shattered the Highland Foot. They're now running through the forest, running for their lives. But a very brave unit who held out for a very long time in the forest, buying time for Great Britain to form up their defense on this ridge. Oh, we might get some friendly fire though here. Come on, Lightfoot. There we go. Get them out of there. Run them back. Lightfoot is going to be the first line of defense. Also with the... oh, they killed the general? Whoa! Oh, he sent over some sneaky units of dragoons assassinating the general on the battlefield. That is huge. That could destroy the morale of his troops. Well, we've got some foot over here holding the flank of the Fusiliers of line. I think they're going to win this battle just mostly because they have the higher ground. I don't know, it's pretty close. Oh, the Prussians were shattered over here. Or they're not quite shattered, but I don't think they're going to return to the battlefield. Oh, the great battle for the ridge. Oh, here comes another flanking unit, National Guard. It's a pretty crappy unit. I don't really expect these guys to be that much of a threat. Oh, what is this? We got some cav coming in? King German Legion Light Dragoons going in. Oh, that is not good. He did not form square. Maybe the National Guard can't form square. I don't really know. I don't use them too often. This is a pretty good fight for his dragoons over there. And the very epic gunfight over here is still going on. Look at all those French lines forming up, getting ready to charge potentially. The French commanders, they're like, get ready your bayonets. We could charge at any moment. But he's got to be careful of the Highland foot boldly standing up on this ridge, firing down. There we go. They're about to return a volley over here. Very nice. Oh, we do have some breaking Fusiliers of line. I don't know. It's kind of like, should he just stand here and skirmish him, or should he charge forward? Oh, we got what's left. Wait, what is this? Yes, we got some. Yes, that's what's left of the dragoons trying to charge into the Polish Legion. Oh my goodness. What? 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 Ooh, that is a nasty looking death position, I guess. That was weird. Alright, Polish Legion, they're going to stay in square formation. The French are reforming their lines, trying to get a little bit closer. Their angle is not exactly the best angle. I'm sure a lot of their shots are going into the dirt. Take him out. He still has 2 units over here protecting the building. He is running them out. I think he needs the support. He needs to send in more troops. And we've got more dragoons charging into the flank over here. And they're actually breaking the French cav. This is not good for the infantry that's fighting in the front lines. They could easily get outflanked. And actually, yes, we've got some Polish Legion routing from the battle. More troops. Old Guard breaking from the fight. He's going to do one glorious charge over here, the Old Guard. Will they make it up there? How many soldiers will die? Here we go. Bayonets ready. Foot Guard, do not be afraid of the Old Guard. Nice. But his troops are probably going to break here against one Old Guard. Amazing. So both armies just slaughtering each other there, but it looks like it was more of a successful stand from Great Britain. And we have some troops flanking around the force now. These 2 regiments boldly about to charge into the unknown forest to see what's left of the French troops. And nothing's left. So it really isn't that bold of them. But this is what's left of the British cav, taking out this National Guard. And the balance of power is still in favor in the French favor. Young Guard. Come on, Young Guard. Form up. Form up. Oh, what is this? A little bit of a line battle here between the Old Guard and the Highland Foot. The Old Guard are a little bit in a more of a depleted state compared to their Highland Foot that they're currently doing battle with. I don't think they're going to win this engagement, but they could distract this unit for a little bit longer. Or what are they doing? Just fire. Just fire. Give them a volley. This is not an execution. Oh, they just break. Break from the fight. Look at all the breaking French here. This hill was just too strong. And it's all going to end right here, right now, at the house, at where it pretty much started. Great Britain forming up his men, about to fire down at the young guard who have formed square. Is he just gonna go straight into melee, or is he gonna fire at him? Looks like he's just gonna charge in. Like, hold, young guard, hold! Do not be afraid! And they are holding against 2 regiments, but they are slowly losing morale. And I think, yes, they are going to break soon. Well, they're fighting. They're putting up a good fight. They're outnumbered, but not, well, not outskilled. But it is too much for them. And then we've got another Highland foot about to charge into the building. National Guard are freaking out. They're like, fire! Fire through the windows! Take them out, as many as you can before they charge in. Sarge, the young guard are breaking. There we go. There we go. Charge in, charge in. And that will be the end of the battle. The Highland foot should be able to take out these grenadiers and the National Guard. So that is the battle, guys. Fantastic stand from Great Britain. Prussia also did a wonderful job there flanking his troops. But this was a nasty battle that took place all over the place. Very back and forth, but it really, the turning point of the battle was right here at this hill. We see a lot of dead soldiers on both sides, but this position was way in favor for Great Britain, and they just gunned down all of the old guard, the elite troops of the French. This is still pretty close of a fight in here, but if you look, yes, they are breaking, and that is the fight, ladies and gentlemen. So, wonderful. Balance of power now in favor on the Prussian Great Britain alliance. And that is the fight. So this was sent in by Lord Jordan. This is a very dynamic battle. I quite enjoyed it a lot. It was all over the place. His ally getting the most kills in the battle, which is no surprise, especially from that epic stand. Getting 1,572. But both French players here doing pretty well. It was a pretty close fight. If you look at the kills here, very close. I definitely enjoyed this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Here's the kills for Prussia. You would kind of want to look at these stats. His Fusiliers did wonderful. Look at that. The lowest one got 83 kills. The rest got kills in the 140s. Fantastic. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this battle. It's really fun to watch, and I will see you next time.